This is Nilsson, the mad scientist of muscle, and the exercise I got for you today is a very much a mad scientist type of exercise. What I did today to come up with this one is I thought, I'm doing a dumbbell bench press today, how can I use a wall to make this better? And yeah, that's the kind of thought process I go through with these. Now, what I did is I came up with this. You're going to take a normal flat bench. This is using equipment you've got already. Slide it right up against the wall. So where your head is going to be is right here, basically right up against the wall. What you're going to do, and this is the fun part, you're going to do your dumbbell bench press, come up to the top as you normally would, let the dumbbells come back and touch the wall. When they're on the wall, try and use your upper chest to force them against the wall. So you're actually exerting tension like so, almost as though you were trying to push your upper body up off the bench. This is going to activate the upper chest fibers, the upper pecs, which are hard to get at. And you know, sometimes dumbbell bench press with the incline doesn't work well for you, or barbell on the incline doesn't work for you. This is going to work for you. This actually physically is you pushing those dumbbells against the wall. Now, you're also going to work the lower pecs, because as you push against here, you're actually going to dig your heels in, grab the bench with your knees, basically clamping down, and then bringing the dumbbells back up in kind of a partial range pullover type of movement, which really targets the lower chest very effectively. So you're going to do your press, dumbbells against the wall, push, and then bring them back to the normal top position, and back down for the next rep, which is going to hit the main meat at the pec muscle. So got a pair of 95-pound dumbbells. Let's see what happens. And definitely start lighter the first time you do this. I started with just a pair of 45-pound dumbbells just to test this. So this is obviously something you want to start light with to get a feel for it. And for crying out loud, do not do this in front of a mirror. Use a solid wall that's not going to break, for example, or drywall that you're not going to put holes into. Something nice and solid, like I said, that is not going to shatter into a million pieces, because I ain't taking responsibility for that. That's common sense. So, here's what she looks like. Alright, bottom line, that is worth doing. That's a great exercise. When you start to get towards the end of the set, those last few reps when you're bringing the dumbbells back, leaning them against the wall, that is all isometric upper chest, just to keep them locked out and balanced up against the wall. So, like I said, start light with this one, but absolutely give this one a try. You're going to love it. Now, if you don't have a suitable wall to perform this exercise, all is not lost. You can actually do this very easily on the rack here as well. You're just going to set a flat bench in the rack, set the bar up in the rack up against the uprights here. And what you're going to do your dumbbell press, bring them together just as you did in the other version, You're going to contact them against the bar, which is pressed up against the rails, and you're going to bring them forward and do the exercise exactly the same way. Now, I actually like the wall version better simply because you don't have to worry about properly contacting the bar. It's just a flat wall, you just bring them up against the wall. So with my preference, that would be with the dumbbells up against the wall. If you're worried about scuffing the wall and you have a training partner, you can have them hold a towel between the dumbbells and the wall. That's not a problem either. But this is the power rack version, which is also very effective and has a very similar type of movement. Actually, slide up the bench a little bit here. That's the exercise. Now, I'm also going to show you the barbell version here, also done in the rack. So when you're doing the barbell version, it's essentially going to be the same kind of movement as when you're racking and unracking the bar, but you're doing it on every single rep. And like in previous versions, you're actually going to be holding that isometric contraction with the bar upwards and backwards at an angle to target the upper chest. So this is obviously a bit easier to get into position. You don't have to worry about the instability of the dumbbells. I do find with the dumbbells, because they're held closer in together, I do get a better contraction in the chest than with the barbell version. Obviously with the barbell version, it's a barbell so you can use more weight. So there's a bit of a trade-off there. Both excellent exercises. So first unrack, do your rep, and then bring it back. So that is the barbell version of the exercise. Now personally, I prefer dumbbells over the barbell simply because I find the barbell, while allowing you to use more weight and it's better stabilizing the weight, part of the problem is it actually does stabilize the weight more. So when you're actually holding the bar up against the uprights, you're getting a lot of help from the bar and from the rails. So it's not quite the same degree of contraction. So best preference, obviously, use the dumbbells either on the wall or against the bar. And this version with the bar, it's also good, but definitely not the prime time. So give this exercise a try and let me know how you like it.